Hi everyone. So before moving on with Debounce, let me tell you, please go through promises, set timeout and clear timeout. Okay, because in this we will be implementing specifically set timeout and clear timeout, and in order to get the good idea about what is happening in Debounce, you need to have a good idea about the use of set timeout and clear timeout. I will be mentioning the link of the video in the description. You can check it out from there, and please at least have a overlook of what is a set timeout and clear timeout, so that it will be easy for you to solve this question. Hi everyone, so welcome back to a new video. Today is day 18 of our 30 days of JavaScript series. So let's see what is the question today. Okay, so the question for us is debounce. This is a medium level question. Okay, so first let's see what is debounce. Okay, so this debounce is a very important concept in JavaScript. Like, it is a very important concept for anyone who is trying to practice a good programming practice. Okay, so let's see what is debounce. So debounce in JavaScript. Okay, it debounce is a technique in JavaScript in which we try to delay the calling of function. Okay, let's say we have a search bar. Okay, now whenever we are trying to search, okay, we are trying to search something here. So what is happening, let's say we are trying to search wait anything, right? So every time we press a key, right, there is no need to call the API functions again and again, right? There is no need to make a call to the API every time we type a word or we press a key, right? So in order to delay such unnecessary function calls, we use debounce, right? So let's see here. Debounce is a JavaScript technique that delays the execution of a function until certain amount of time has passed. Okay, so it will delay the function call by some time, so that let's say we have typed wait here, right? So if we are typing WA, and for let's say for every key press, it is sending for the function call. Okay, so it is not good practice. Okay, in order to avoid that, what we do, we delay the function call by such some time, so that the function call is made after at least a word is typed, or the word to be searched is completed in that way. Okay, so um, let's read here. Now this can be useful in preventing unnecessary function calls, as I said, such as when a user is typing in a search box and we don't want to make API call every time a key is pressed, right? So let's say when we have a website, okay, and we are trying to load something in that, and we are trying to um, we by mistake we have pressed the space bar or something. So it is in that website, let's say we have a search bar, okay, and we have pressed the key by mistake, or there is some error, and for that unnecessary the function is getting called for every space bar or every word that is getting typed, so it will become very inefficient. And in order to avoid that inefficiency, we use debounce, so that the function call is delayed by some time, and the required output is all we will get the required output, right? Because it is getting delayed by only little time, not a lot of time, so it will make an API call but after some time, so that at least the whatever user has complete typing what he wants to search, or whatever the work has to be done. Okay, so the basic syntax of the debounce is, let's say this is our debounce function. Okay, so in this we will pass the function for which we need to delay, or we want to debounce, and wait basically shows us the time in milliseconds according to which our function will be delayed, or the function will wait for the calling. Okay, and immediate it is a boolean value. Okay, so if it is true, right, then it means that as soon as the means work is means as soon as it is means the function is called, it should call the function. Okay, or if it is turned to be false, okay, then it means that after this wait time is elapsed, okay, then only it will then only the function will be called. Okay, so means immediate has a boolean value. If it is true, then the function will be called immediately, and if it is false, then the function will be called after the wait time has elapsed or it has passed. So let's see, now let's see the question. Okay, so in this question, here we have been told that we have been given a function fn, okay, and a time in milliseconds, that is t. And now what we need to do, we need to return a debounced version of that function. So for this function fn, we need to return the debounced version of it. Okay, so they have explained here clearly that what is a debounced function. So a debounced function is a function whose execution is getting delayed by t milliseconds and whose execution is cancelled if it is called again, okay, within that time window. So like let's say our wait time was 30 milliseconds, okay, and in we have like pressed one key. So if we are typing, we are pressing the key again in less than 30 milliseconds, then the function will not be called. Only like let's say our first function call was made at 0 milliseconds, and the other another is going to be made at 32 milliseconds, that is after the wait time has elapsed, then only the function will be called. Okay, so this is the basic working of the debounce function, that it will work only after the given time has elapsed. Now in this question they have mentioned below that it is a note actually, that we don't have to use the predefined debounce function in the low dash. Okay, so we cannot use debounce function that is defined from before. So we need to like make a function in our own way such that it implements the debounce function. Okay, so now the places where we want to like delay something by some time, we usually go for set timeout. So here also we will be going with set timeout. Okay, so if you guys don't have a clear idea about set timeout, please go and check it out in my video. I'll mention the link below. Okay, please have a clear idea about it, then only you will be able to proceed with set timeout, and like will be able to get a good idea about what is going to happen in this question. Okay, so now moving on to this question, we have set timeout here, right? So this set timeout, what will happen? We know that we need to call the function inside this only. That has been told to us, that what we need to do, if the like a function, we need to delay the call of the function by some time. So the function call will be delayed. So this is for sure. I'll write it clearly. So this function will get called with the arguments. Now we have called the function, right, and this needs to be delayed by t milliseconds. Now we have our timeout, set timeout, and we will assign it to a variable. Okay, now this timer, for this timer what they have told, that the function will be called after some given time. Okay, and if it is called within that time, then what we need to do, we need to cancel the execution. Okay, means they have told that execution is delayed by t milliseconds, and whose execution is cancelled if it is called again within that time of window of time. Okay, so for the cancellation of the execution of set timeout, what do we use? We go with clear timeout. So now we know that we need to use clear timeout for cancelling the set timeout execution. So before we have created this timer, right, we will be declaring it as a global variable. Okay, so we will declare timer. Let's name it as timer let. So we will declare it as like for the function block in which we will be like declaring clearing the set timeout or cancelling the set timeout execution, and means assigning the value to the timer. So before, what we need to do, we will be using clear timeout. Okay, so what this will do, if this function is called within like our function is within our time delay is 30 milliseconds, or the time for execution is 30 milliseconds, and if the key if the value is executed within that time, what we need to do, we need to cancel that, right? So we will use clear timeout to cancel the timer, okay, and we will use set timeout to call our function for delay, right? So this will be repeated here like same, okay. So this format that we have, this is the basic implementation of our debounce, okay. So if we are trying to implement a debounce function without the predefined debounce function, then we will be following this format, okay. So what we have here, we have a function in which we have we have delay time and we have a main function, okay. And now what is happening, we are declaring a timer which will be storing the timer id, and this is the function which will return the, like, this will be returning the basic debounce operation, okay. So we are clearing the execution of main function or the set timeout. So this will clear out the previous timer that we had stored, okay. That's why we are clearing the timeout first, so that when new set timeout is being set, so this the previous one will be cleared before, okay, and new value will be set here. So clear as I said here, the clear timeout, it will clear the previous timer to prevent execution of main function, and here we are setting a new timer that will execute main function after the given delay, okay. So now let's move on to the code, okay. So whatever little doubts are there, it will be cleared with it. So let's move on to the code, okay. So now what we will do, we will declare timer here. Now we have declared the timer, we will store the set timeout in this timer. So we will use set timeout f of args. Now what we have here, we have stored the timer, right? Now for every time we are creating a new timer, we need to clear the previous time set time, right? So for that, what we will use, we will use clear timeout timer. So only this 3 line is required, right, to execute this question. Let's try to run it now. So the sample test cases are passed. Let's try to submit it now. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.